Sorry for the long and dramatic opening, but honestly, I'm just starting to really find this stuff funny because it's gotten so much more ridiculous, honestly. I don't even know where to start with this. First of all, as I said in the beginning, I'm so sorry that I'm not being neutral about this anymore, but I literally cannot be. Oh god, it's bad. So since my last video, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened. Before all the VSHOJO drama, I just want to say thank you for all of the incredible support. I was not at all expecting anyone to watch this video, to like it, to agree with it, but people have been so incredibly nice in the comments. I've gotten a surprising amount of subscribers after I made the first video, and I'm just absolutely blown away, so thank you so much. I mean, there were some comments that were,
Ooh, nobody gives a shit!
Anyways, VSHOJO recently released a public statement to the public for everyone to read. It's a lot to go through, so I'll spare you the details and just summarize it for you. If you want to read the whole thing in full, the link is in the description. I recommend that you refer back to this video every once in a while though, because apparently a couple things changed in the article. I'm not exactly sure why either. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but I'll go through it throughout this video anyways. VSHOJO's public statement just goes through all of the allegations, expresses what they believe is the truth, and shows a bunch of screenshots to back themselves up. However, if I'm quite honest with you, a lot of their statements don't make sense to me. That and they contradict themselves quite a lot. So let's get straight into roasting VSHOJO.
To survive.
Starting from the top, VSHOJO tries to debunk a lot of the allegations, such as VSHOJO stayed silent while indie VTubers suffered, or that VSHOJO approved of Nux's video. Actually, when I look at it again, I just realized that those are the only two allegations, so let's just go over both. Starting with VSHOJO stayed silent while indie suffered. Their claim is our cybersecurity team was able to work with law enforcement to obtain the target list from the threat actor. This list confirmed that only 2 phishing attempts were made, one to Nux and the other to Saki. I already feel like this is complete bullshit, and you know why? VSHOJO literally states in their official statement that there's one threat actor at the very beginning, but then literally seconds later throughout the entire statement hint that there might be more. Well, which is it, VSHOJO? I will say that I am aware of 2 major things. VSHOJO technically isn't wrong in their statement. They didn't actually tell Nux, yes, okay, please go ahead and post the video. Neither did Nux actually ask for permission. It seems like he was going to post the video regardless of what they said. Not that I think he doesn't have a right to, I mean he was a victim after all. However, the one thing that VSHOJO fails to mention is the fact that they also never say no to him. They don't endorse the video, but they don't deny the video either. This is why I think nobody should be angry at Nux. It's not like anybody actually told him, please don't post this. The only person who actually did tell him to not post the video was his brother, out of just concern. I definitely think that VSHOJO as a company should be way more clear about what they want. They should have also genuinely warned all of their girls about this. Then there wouldn't be all of this conflict. Their excuse for not just being direct was that they've had problems with talking to Nux in the past. I guess they've had a history or something, but I really just think that's an excuse for not being clear. They make it as if not being clear equals politeness, but you can still say no while being polite. Saying no doesn't mean you're rude. And if Nux was going to post the video anyways, then at least you're not the one in the wrong because you told him directly, no, we don't want you to post this. You could literally just say, hey, this is going to ruin our investigation, please don't post anything. It's really not that hard to be direct but still polite. And on that note, There's a lot of things about this situation that strike me as really bizarre. VSHOJO claims that being public about this whole thing would have ruined the investigation, as well as make the doxer potentially dox people even more. They were doing it for the safety of everyone, guys. Obviously. But if you take a quick look at some other things they said, suddenly that story starts to fall apart. The first weird thing that I really wanted to mention was the fact that VSHOJO first said that VSHOJO was given 30 minutes to suggest edits, and then later changed that to be a limited time. I don't really know about this one, just, it was a weird change. I guess they changed this to really make this look like Nux didn't give them much time. However, that's fucking ridiculous because they've dealt with this whole situation for 8 months already. Yes, you heard me right. 8 whole months this has been going on.
I got swatted the next day, and
you didn't get hurt, right?
And then when I looked into it, no, I didn't.
Good.
When I looked into it further, I had found that they knew about it. They've known about it for probably 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix said that, yeah, he's known about it for, roughly 9 months or so. It just felt like, mid-June, they could have been like, hey, people are trying to impersonate us.
Right.
But we're going to be doing a recruitment. Don't reply to anything unless, you see official Twitter posts or something. And there you go. That's it. That could have been the whole thing. That would have stopped them dead in their tracks.
Right. And that's what I've been saying from like the very beginning of this. You specifically shedding some light on when exactly this started was like super helpful for me, because like I knew about the VSHOJO.net domain that they kind of conveniently don't put into their
I'm just pulling the 9 months out of my ass, you guys. It was like March, so that's 8-ish months, 7 and a half
it doesn't
maybe.
matter. It wasn't like
just
long. Recently. This has been going on for way too long. They haven't like secured these domains, and they haven't like reached out to indie VTubers that freaking apply to them to be like, hey, be careful out there. Like that if they had done that, then that would have been fine.
As you can see in Flamenco TV's video, Saki says it all. She was a victim of the swatting, and she had found out from Phoenix, who was in charge of the cybersecurity, that this had been going on for 8 months, and that they fully were aware of it. Now, I know that investigations take a really long time to conduct. However, I don't see how this could have disturbed their investigation. They also stated that telling people about this would have tipped the doxer off. However, I think the doxer should have already known about them investigating him. I mean, they took down his fake VSHOJO website. Why would he not know? If I was a doxer and I had a fake website and suddenly it was gone, I would probably be like, oh shit, they figured me out. This brings me to my conclusion about VSHOJO, because unlike what I thought before, VSHOJO actually put us in a lot more danger than they let on. So, you know how VSHOJO stated that there was one single individual who was doxing people? Well, I have proof that's incorrect! Somebody sent me the videos of the doxers on Twitter. In one video, the main doxer who calls the SWAT team is in a Discord call with several other people, all of whom are directing him in what to say and do. Do you realize what this means? VSHOJO's statement that they got the target list of the doxer and that only 2 targeted people were doxed can go straight out the window. That no longer matters because several people are working together to dox VTubers. Any of them could have their own target lists and can continue to dox VTubers if they really want to. For all we know, they could have already targeted some other VTubers, or they could have targeted other people who aren't VTubers already. That's why it's so serious that VSHOJO didn't come out with this 8 months ago, or even 7 months, 6 months ago. This really has been going on for way too long. If anything, I think Nux did them a favor, getting the message out when they couldn't. They still could have done it in a way where they would have protected their own VSHOJO members. They could have done it in a way that would have still protected their investigation, and yet they did not. Okay, even if they did not want to go public with this kind of thing at all, they could have at least messaged all of the VTubers who apply for VSHOJO. Give them a warning, a heads up, something. They're literally the most vulnerable in this situation. I guess they were worried that somehow those people would then tell the rest of the world about what's going on, but do you see how immoral that actually is? Risking not telling people about the swatting problem in order to protect your precious investigation. If this investigation has gone on for 8 months, do you understand how many people could have been doxxed and swatted in that time? Swatting literally kills people. People have legitimately died from getting swatted. So why would you put people's lives at risk like that? It's the most irresponsible thing, and VSHOJO is just playing it off as a minor miscommunication. Don't you think this is a bit more than a minor miscommunication? People are letting VSHOJO off the hook way too easily here. And this isn't just about VSHOJO. This sets an example for other VTuber companies. More doxers like this could fake HoloLive or who knows what else. People should know to be careful. And companies, they should know to treat this kind of thing much more seriously. I would be so much happier with VSHOJO right now if they at least apologized to Nux. A lot of the girls actually did, and to be honest, I'm super happy about that. I don't think Nux deserved as much hate as he got. I don't think he deserved all the hate he got from a lot of the VSHOJO girls. I mean, that is to say that a lot of them still haven't apologized for all the things they said about him, but I'm still happy that at least some of them did. I'm sure everything will settle down eventually, everyone will make up, and all will be well. So let's conclude our little rant here. I wanted to conclude this by saying I know that catching the doxer is way more important than diving into all of this drama. However, because of the fact VSHOJO was so, irresponsible, I guess, during this whole thing, I wanted to call them out because I really think that they should apologize for this. I don't think they've even said sorry yet. Like, step up to the plate, man. Show us that this isn't going to happen again. You could have made this public in a vague way. You could have not made it public, but at least message all of the people who apply for VSHOJO. And this really shouldn't have taken 8 months to come out. I want to give VSHOJO the benefit of the doubt. I want to be on their side, but they're making it really hard for me to be. Even just the way the girls reacted. Like, I get that you're a victim, but Nux was also a victim. It's not like he wasn't part of the group. He understands what it means to be swatted. He literally said so in his apology video. So there's no reason to make him feel bad for trying to protect other people from possibly getting swatted like he did once upon a time. In conclusion, I just hope that everybody makes up sometime soon. That of course this doxer is caught. He's definitely a really bad person, but I also just want to say, oh my god. This dude is so cringe. Listening to even just one of his videos gave me permanent herpes. Hey guys. I don't even know who Nux even is. Isn't he like a furry or something? Hey guys, it's your #1 doxer here, Critical. Yeah, baby! Yeah, you can kind of tell he's some kid who thinks he's all that. That's some motherless behavior right there, my friend. Anyways, there was a lot more that I honestly wanted to talk about. However, I don't think it's gonna make this video. It's way too much for me to talk about in one video. First, I thought about making a third video. Then, I had an even better idea. Some of you might have seen that I have a Twitch channel. It's not really set up or anything. I honestly haven't used it in ages, but I could start using it again. I thought about doing a podcast or something. Maybe talking about this situation in more detail with some other VTubers or something like that. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions, and honestly, I'm kind of smooth-brained. I'm trying my best to see very big-brained, but sometimes I think my points don't exactly hit their mark. That, or I just completely miss a point, or I kind of stumble across my words. Don't explain myself all that properly. I feel like it might be a lot better to get a bunch of people in on a podcast to all collectively talk about the situation and what can be done. There's still a lot of evidence that's lacking. Like, I don't actually know if VSHOJO has been doing an investigation this whole time. For all I know, maybe there was no investigation. And if there wasn't any investigation being done for those 8 months, what can we do now in order to catch this doxer? We're a collective community. We're kind of like one big family. We've all had small, humble beginnings. I feel like everybody should just be helping each other out here at this point. Discussing this, seeing what we can do next, anything just to make sure that this community is safe. There's a lot of new VTubers who are also coming to the scene, and it kind of just breaks my heart to think that they might be introduced into the world of VTubing by getting swatted. It's not exactly the best introduction. So I definitely want to do what I can in order to make this place a lot safer for anybody who wants to become a VTuber, or just for anybody who wants to make content in general. And I'm gonna just say it now, Nux did nothing wrong. I full-heartedly believe in that. If anything, I will say please like, comment, subscribe, not just for me, but to share this video around. Share also all the other VTubers videos around. I will link all of them in the description. Share everything you possibly can. The more people that know about this, the better. It's easier to catch a criminal when more people know about them. And if you're worried about the VSHOJO girls, I honestly think that they have nothing to worry about anyways. How can they get doxxed by an application for VSHOJO when they're already in VSHOJO? They're fine. Either way, I'm sure that they'll also be very careful from now on. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please also follow my Twitch channel, please, 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 because I am going to do that podcast as soon as I possibly can. Maybe this weekend, who knows. I already have a couple of VTubers who I plan to get in on the podcast, just to talk about their own experiences, their own thoughts and feelings. I won't be like bashing anyone, I promise. No one's allowed to bash anyone. Strictly just for sharing what's been going on. I would hope to see you all there. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm not gonna whoosh out this time because it was really loud and I'm too lazy to move my model. I am frozen. Help!